I didn't want to make okay, give me back.
Okay. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess and Klein and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Infinite Contractors and Machinery. We are your one-stop engineering and consultancy company with experience locally, regionally, and internationally. We provide excavation services and engineering consultancy, construction of residential and commercial structures, civil works such as drainage, retaining walls, roads, concrete patio services, paving services, concrete driveway services, remodeling and renovation, painting services, styling services, and so much more. Ask about our rental services of excavators, heavy equipment, metal formwork, and steel prop. Contact us today via telephone number 537-9675 or email infinitecontractors19@gmail.com.
Anywhere at any time and have it delivered to you right here in Grenada at yogo.gd.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via Superb Service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Well, hello, and welcome to another Mikey Live program. My name is Mikey Hutchinson, and I'm happy to be back with you for another day, another night, another season, another reason. Now, listen, it's a big night tonight. So many things happening media-wise. So, wow. So we have the presidential debate going to start in any moment from now. Then we have the CPL. Then we have the Mikey Live. Then there's other things that I'm not even going to be talking about. So I'm just happy that you have chosen to be here. despite so many are happening elsewhere. I do hope you had yourself a great day today. It was worth your salt, whatever it is that you decided to do. You're proud of yourself and what you've accomplished. And the things that you have not accomplished, at least you are one step closer in doing so. So we have a few things to tell you about on the program tonight, boy. Grenada's Paralympic team returns home. We hearing from His Majesty the King, relating to them, So that's good. We're going to talk about that. Grenada observes World Suicide Prevention Day. And as well, industrial action brewing at the island's lone electricity company, Grenelec. And what else we have to tell? The body of a woman was found on Monday. And we can tell you more in a while. As well, our Rise of Credit Union awards scholarships to 13 students. All right, bringing the total recipients to over 50. We'll explain that to you in a moment. So welcome to Mikey Live. This is what we call news discussed, not told. We do not have a horse in the race, so we tell you as it is. Believe it or not, that's up to you. Now, I gotta let you know that the headlines was brought to you through the kind compliments of Courts Grenada Limited, Digicel, Nawasa, Real Value, IGA Supermarket, Superb Distributors, Infinite Contractors. We also have on board the Axel Finance with us. And of course, don't forget the Real Value IGA Supermarket. They have their weekly specials as it continues. People have been talking, meet me on the street, Mikey. I heard about the weekly specials on your program. I checked it out and it is always amazing because you can expect drastically reduced prices on the featured items. Please be guided accordingly. So we're taking a quick look at it. And when we come back, it could be real news in Audio Lili Lolo. So brace yourselves. This is Mikey Live. We will be back, just a short break, one commercial. And when we come back, it could be real news in Audio Lili Lolo. And don't forget, someone sharing tonight's program will receive some free credits, compliments, Digicel, and that lucky person might just be you. We'll be back.
Ever wonder how water goes from its natural source to coming out of our tap crystal clear and safe to drink? Well, let me introduce you to Nawasa! Grenada's National Water and Sewage Authority. They are the water wizards behind it all. Yay! A whopping 95% of all water comes from surface sources. This water might look muddy now, but wait until you see the transformation. First, they add a non-toxic chemical to the water. This brings particles together, forming clumps in a process called coagulation. Next, a gentle stir helps the particles come together. This is called flocculation. Gravity does its thing and the clumps settle to the bottom. This is sedimentation. Then the water is passed through a bed of sand. This filtration removes up to 95% of bacteria. See the difference? Now our water is clear and nearly bacteria free. Lastly, chlorine is added for disinfection, killing any remaining bacteria and making the water safe to drink. And that, my friends, is how Nawasa brings pure, refreshing water from their surface sources to our pipes, our wash pan, our buckets, whatever you think about.
This advertisement is the first in a series showcasing Nawasa's operations. Stay tuned for more in-depth insights into our services and initiatives.
All right. So again, welcome back to another Mikey Live program. Again, full disclosure, we are broadcasting from a remote location. And of course, due to that, you'll see a little difference in our setup. All right. In fact, I do not even have the teleprompter with me. So you have to forgive me for reading on my iPad. Okay. So the first thing that we have to tell all you about, boy, you might have heard it before, but we're telling you right now, as you are seeing on your screen, the Grenada Paralympians who participated in the Paris Paralympics, they are now home. Both athletes, so we're talking about Tyler Smith and Ishona Charles, achieved personal best recognition in their events. Tyler Smith in the men's shot put, F63 through 8.0 meters, a personal best on the Paralympic record in that class. Ishona Charles in the women's javelin, F46, had a personal best of 30.66 meters. And Ishona also participated in the women's shot put, F46, and established a personal best in all three attempts, 8.18 meters, 8.78 meters, and 9.3 meters. This is just amazing. A welcome reception was set up for the athletes at the Morris Bishop International Airport. So that's good. Congratulations, guys. You did as well. You're actually drawing the attention of His Majesty the King. All right. He says that my wife and I sent our warmest congratulations to those who represented Grenada at the 2024 Paralympic Games in Paris. The Grenadian team's participation at the Games truly embodied the wonderful spirit of the Paralympic movement. I feel certain that the people of Grenada shared my joy in witnessing the team's skills, courage, and determination on the track and field. Competing at the Paralympic Games is an outstanding achievement in itself, and I am full of admiration for each and every athlete's remarkable strength and dedication. I look forward to witnessing the athletes' continued success for what I hope will be many years to come. So, I mean, what else we want? You know, I think that's good right there. So big up all yourself. And we are moving on. We will hear what they get by. Grenada observes Suicide Prevention Day, and that's a big day. I remember when we had that recognition last year. You know, there were some things happening. We have to say that our numbers are down. Thank God for that. But mental illness has a lot to do with it, and just having a proper support system. You know, 1 minute you're here, and then the next minute you're just not there. You understand? And so we have to understand that it's just normal. Just as you would have a tummy ache, you know what I mean, physical illness, and we have a lot of it. Just so you have to understand that there is mental illness as well. So we have to grow our tolerance towards people who experience that challenge in their life at one point in time or the next, you know, and that can be triggered and brought on by many things. You understand? It's not like before where you say that man mad and that man mad and that man mad. It's not like that anymore. I mean, come on. We have seen that people who we have known to be okay experiencing temporary periods of mental difficulties. So, of course, it's important when we highlight days like these to remind ourselves that we have a role to play in the mental well-being of those around us and even ourselves. Okay, the next thing that we have to talk about, I'm moving real fast because I too have to take in some of the debate so that we can talk about it. It's no ordinary day today, boy, Greenlick. It's workers. They sent out a little thing, a little notice today, but we'll talk more about that just now. You understand? It does seem that industrial action is brewing at the Grenlick. All right. Earlier today, we recognized the notice that was posted on the door of Grenlick's Grenville sub-office announcing its closure effective immediately and until further notice. And at that time, no reason was given. The notice also conveyed Grenlick's sincere apologies for any inconvenience that was caused as a result of that closure. We've heard from sources that the unrest has to do with some sort of unfair claims as it relates to the treatment of temporary employees or some employees to some degree. All right, we cannot really pinpoint exactly what it is because it is something that is still brewing. I think it is TAU that is responsible for the Grenlick workers. So during the course of the day tomorrow, God's willing, I'll try to see if I can get to Mr. Andre Lewis, who can tell us more about this. However, Grenlick sent us directly a correspondence today, which I'd like to share with you. And it reads, Grenada Electricity Services Limited Grenlick regrets to inform our valued customers that some, let me pull up the thing, okay, right? That some of our services, including those offered at our customer care centers, may experience delays due to ongoing industrial action by members of our staff represented by the Grenada Technical and Allied Workers Union, GTAU. As a result of this action, which commenced on Monday, 9th September, our Grenville Customer Care Center will remain closed throughout the day on Tuesday, 10th September 2024. We encourage customers to use Bill Express and Western Union, as well as online banking for payments, and our Grenlick mobile app for billing information and fault reporting. Now, the impasse relates to the employment status of two individuals who had a temporary contractual relationship with the company. We are actively engaging in discussions to resolve the matter and minimize any inconveniences to our customers. GreenLake sincerely apologizes for any disruptions this may cause and appreciates your understanding as we work towards a swift resolution. We will provide further updates as the situation develops. Thank you for your continued support and patience. All right, so that's the notice on your screen, and that notice was sent out to us by GreenLake. We do not exactly know what the situation will be tomorrow, God's willing. Hopefully, we'll be able to probably put an update on our Facebook page or on our website relating to the status of operations at GreenLake. All right, folks, we are moving on. A partly decomposed body was discovered at Willis on Monday. That was yesterday. We were told this, and efforts to confirm the details that we obtained yesterday proved a little futile. I'm currently not on island, and I contacted my regular sources using the means that I had, but I was not able to get any information relating to that yesterday. But of course, today we are through another source, we were able to see that yes, that body was in fact discovered and identified as a 70-year-old Thelma Sylvester. Some in the village says that Thelma has in the past shown signs of mental illness. She was discovered in her property in the garden, kinda, and they're wondering whether it was an accident or so. What really happened to her? All right, we have no information that there was any degree of foul play involved in her death. All right, so we're not putting that out there. Only to say that she was discovered in her property, like in the garden in the bush, dead. All right, and of course an autopsy will be conducted, I'm sure. And of course, if we get further details on the cause of death, we might be able to share that with you once it's forthcoming. Okay, so the next thing that we have to tell you, pace boy, I tell you we ain't coming to stay. We ain't coming to stay, all right? Sorry for that. The next thing, when we see good things happening, we have to talk about it, boy. We have to talk about the Bennett. You understand? So the Bennett that we're talking about right now is the credit union, boy. Ariza Credit Union say that they are proud to announce the award of scholarships to 13 deserving students at various educational levels. This latest round of scholarships raises the total number of recipients to over 50. You understand? Over 50. One company, one company, over 50. The scholarships were awarded in three categories: the Blue Ribbon, Secondary School, and the Joseph Bain Scholarship. For the past 24 years, Ariza Credit Union has offered these scholarships to support students based on both merit and financial need. Ariza Credit Union's CEO, Moving Lord, expressed his commitment to education. He says that we are dedicated to your future and understand that achieving your full potential is closely tied to your educational opportunities. Our goal is to provide support at various stages of your educational journey. Unquote. This year, Lamai Gittins received the Blue Ribbon Scholarship, which is granted to the highest score in the CPEA who holds an Ariza Education Savings Plan. The Secondary School Scholarship, valued at $5,000 and distributed over 5 years, was awarded to Naraji Bowen, Huron Stewart McLaren, Abigail Alexander. The Joseph Bain Scholarship, a one-time contribution of $5,000 each, was given to Awani Ned, Kendon Jeremiah, Tracy Francis, Marissa Ferre. Additionally, children of Ariza's staff members who were successful in the CPEA exams received a one-time payment of $250. This year's recipients are Tequila Jack, Chelsea Rogers, Nathaniel Sylvester, Daryl Joseph, and Mikhail Johnson. Moreover, 2 students will soon be announced as recipients of the Brighter Future Scholarship, which will support their education at the T.A. Marisho Community College. Now, the Board of Directors and Management of Arise a Credit Union say that they'd like to extend their congratulations to all scholarship recipients and wish them continued success in their academic endeavors. All right, so well, we're looking good, man. We're looking good. So congratulations to all the recipients. Congratulations to Arise. And I like to hear when companies do these kind of things for the employees. You know, like they have children, they employ children. You understand? The children get like a small change. You understand? And even get into the community and doing things like these. You understand? So best of all, whole self. All right, so folks, what we are going to do, I told you we're not staying long on the minute tonight. So much things happening. We're not staying long on the minute. All right. What I want to do is take a quick break again and come back. When we come back, we got the national report. Yeah, baby, we got the national report. But before we go there, I might just want to feature the weather. By the way, I had to get it. I had to get the weather from the main office. Lad. All right. You see how things have gotten really busy? We told you what's going to happen. Really busy. But anyway, the weather is expected to be partly cloudy with light showers and a low chance of lightning and thunder. Tonight's minimum temperature 25 degrees Celsius. Winds northeasterly to east southeasterly at 8 to 18 miles per hour. Seas slight to moderate with waves 3 to 5 feet in open waters. Heading over to Wednesday, we can tell you that the weather is expected to be partly cloudy with light early morning showers, increasing in cloudiness as the day progresses, with light to moderate showers and a low chance of lightning and thunder overnight. Max temperature 31.5 degrees Celsius and a minimum 25. Winds easterly to southeasterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Seas slight to moderate with waves 3 to 5 feet in northeasterly to easterly swells. That's our weather report. And you want to go over in the business. I'm going to pick up a few people on the business. You know what? We want to say hello to the folks who are currently locked in on YouTube. And the very clinical. They're always there. The same set of people, always there, making their presence felt. You understand? So we're talking about people like Suzanne, people like Catherine. All right. I am JRL, my mom, and the whole people. There. All right. Karen. All right. Keith. Leonora, all of you on YouTube, we're saying blessings to you, right? Ansha is also on YouTube, so big up to you. And over to Facebook, well, we've got Java and the sharing committee, so big up to you, Java. You always do your part, so we had to say big up to you. We have Bermuda, Bernadette, Michelle, Liz, Jacinta, Jane. Who else is there? Always pace tonight, always pace. Or the pace tonight. Why is that one by pace today? Tell me quick. Boy, Joyous is there as well. And don't forget all the shedditing. So guys, take care of yourselves. We'll be back tomorrow, God's willing, with another program for you. We're taking a quick break. And when we come back, of course, we'll have for you the national report. So stay tuned for that. And don't forget, someone will receive some free credits, compliments, Digicel. And tonight, I hope that it's you. We'll be back. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess and Klein and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Infinite Contractors and Machinery. We are your one-stop engineering and consultancy company with experience locally, regionally, and internationally. We provide excavation services and engineering consultancy, construction of residential and commercial structures, civil works such as drainage, retaining walls, roads, concrete patio services, paving services, concrete driveway services, remodeling and renovation, painting services, styling services, and so much more. Ask about our rental services of excavators, heavy equipment, metal formwork, and steel prop. Contact us today via telephone number 537-9675 or email infinitecontractors19@gmail.com.
Anything, anywhere, at any time, and have it delivered to you right here in Grenada at yogo.gd.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via Superb Service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
This is the GIS News for Tuesday, September 10th, 2024. I am Chrisanne Mitchell. In the headlines, Model House for Government's Build Back Better project nearing completion, and Transport Commission dismisses claims of strike by the Bus Association. We'll have the details to these stories and more when we return.
Residents of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique, the Ministry of National Security, in collaboration with the Planning and Development Authority and the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency, CDEMA, is committed to building a safer and more resilient future for our communities. To strengthen our community's capacity for effective recovery and reconstruction, we invite you to a series of multi-stakeholder workshops aimed at enhancing local skills in constructing resilient infrastructure. Join Dr. Grenville Phillips, a renowned structural engineer, as he leads training sessions for artisans, contractors, government officials, and all those involved in the construction sector. Learn best practices in repairing and retrofitting roofs and be part of the movement to build back better. In Grenada, the sessions will begin on Monday, September 9th, 2024 at the Grenada Room Radisson Beach Resort in Grand Anse from 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. for government officials and private sector representatives, and from 1:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. for contractors, engineers, and artisans. In St. Patrick, on Tuesday, September 10th, 2024, we will be at the St. Patrick's Anglican School in Sauters from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. for contractors and artisans from St. Patrick and St. Mark. We will be in Carriacou on Wednesday, September 11th, 2024 at the Mermaid Hotel Conference Room from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. for government officials, homeowners, contractors, artisans, and all involved in the construction sector. On Thursday, September 12th, 2024, we will be at the Bogles Primary School from 1:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m., targeting homeowners, contractors, engineers, and artisans. Thursday, September 12th, 2024, we will be at the St. Thomas Aquinas Catholic School in Petite Martinique from 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m., targeting contractors, artisans, and those involved in construction. These workshops are vital in ensuring our reconstruction efforts are aligned with resilience and sustainability. Let us rebuild our communities stronger, safer, and better prepared for the future. Mark your calendars and be part of this important initiative. Together, we can build a stronger future.
Welcome back. Government engineers and local contractors will soon be better equipped to rebuild after a disaster. This follows their completion of a one-week workshop organized by the Ministry of National Security, Planning and Development Authority, and the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency. The workshop is part of an early recovery capacity building initiative aimed at constructing resilient infrastructure through effective practices. Member of the Planning and Development Authority Board of Directors, Nicole Gillano, told participants that very soon building for a sustainable future will have real meaning with effective implementation of practices. The authority will take deliberate action and monitor building projects to ensure compliance.
Although the code is suitable for the design of all buildings, to expedite the reconstruction after PDA may not necessarily be able to enforce its use for small, single-family domestic accommodation. However, homeowners are encouraged to use the OECS building guidelines published in 2018. These OECS building guidelines should be also listed in the regulation. This will assist homeowners in ensuring compliance when post-construction enforcement occurs. As a guide, during the reconstructive period, all new buildings and all buildings where there are repairs to damage of more than 25% of the pre-burial buildings should be subject to formal building control. Control should be of two types. A, institutional, commercial, and individual buildings should be subject to control by check consultants on behalf of the PDA and in accordance with clauses 104.1 to 104.5 of the OCS Building Code. Other buildings, especially in Carriacou, should be subject to controlled development and will be monitored by officers from the PDA. These officers should be available to review plans, meet with the designers to discuss and agree changes, make field inspections during construction, and advise the builders where necessary on improvements.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of National Security, Carolyn McQuilkin, said following a rapid needs assessment of the housing sector, it became critical to host the workshop. She is optimistic that the workshop will address deficiencies within the housing sector.
It is important to note that a rapid needs assessment was completed on the housing sector, and the findings from this report provided for the implementation of a targeted approach to addressing the deficiencies within the housing sector. This workshop is one such initiative that will hopefully address some identified deficiencies to facilitate rebuilding resilient structures.
The time has come for a swift action towards building more resilient infrastructure to withstand disasters of any strength. That's according to Lieutenant Colonel Kester Craig, Deputy Executive Director of SEDIMA.
It's obvious that we are experiencing more storms with greater intensity in the Caribbean region. We do not have to look far to understand the level of destruction that comes with them. Therefore, it cannot be business as usual. And there must be changes in construction approaches to be able to build resiliently and minimize future impacts. I'm very much aware of how committed the decision makers of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique are in building and rebuilding resiliently. This was aptly demonstrated by the immediate acceptance of this offer by the Prime Minister and the swift actions by senior government officials to make this event and the other sessions a reality in less than 2 weeks.
SEDIMA has contracted structural engineer Dr. Grenville Phillips to train artisans and contractors. The sessions will conclude September 13th, 2024. The Build Back Better Model House project in Grandance is nearing completion and will be ready for viewing for the September 17th launch. That's according to Minister for Mobilization, Implementation and Transformation, Honorable Andy Williams. The house, which is described as smart, resilient housing, has several features including rainwater harvesting. The project targets households in Grenada, Carriacou and Petit Martinique that were affected by Hurricane Beryl. GIS spoke with Minister Williams, who highlighted the housing design is tailored to address critical needs, offering a solution for impacted communities.
The project have approximately 1 more week for the construction to finish, and then we'll go into the painting and the rainwater harvesting and all these other things. But what we are seeing here, we are seeing a boathouse with a concrete frame. And basically, we are addressing two matters. The first one has to do with the resilience of the house and the structure. We saw after Beryl, a lot of the houses got destroyed and it was flattened. And also, those that were not flattened, the roof was disturbed. Now, this project is addressing those two situations. Number one, when you have the concrete frame, Doesn't matter how strong the wind blow, the column will keep the house up. And number two, we are doing something called a parapet roof. And that roof is somewhat hurricane resistant. And in doing so, we will be addressing the two situations at the same time. So the project is going according to plan. It takes approximately 3 to 4 weeks to build a unit.
Minister Williams said the project will also provide employment opportunities for locals.
The beauty about this project is that it provides employment for a number of personnel. It provides employment for the person who is doing the building, who is building the building. Number two, it provides employment for the person who is painting, and also the person who's doing the plumbing, and the person who's doing the electrical. And that's the beauty about it, is that it provides employment for the local contractors and personnel in Grenada.
The Embassy of Grenada in Brussels and the mission to the European Union is preparing to launch their AmbiBrew program, Echo Parishes 1.0 project. This is a groundbreaking initiative that aims to mobilize technical and financial resources to foster sustainable development and enhance resilience in the agro-farming and allied sectors throughout Grenada. A team from Europe commenced its visit to Grenada on September 4th, 2024, aiming to conduct a systems assessment survey to take stock of the current state of the agro-farming, fisheries, and the allied sectors, with a particular focus on challenges faced before and after Hurricane Beryl. As part of this exercise, they have been meeting with various stakeholders to provide an opportunity for their associations and organizations to share challenges and needs that will help shape the future of the project. Raphael Joseph, Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of Grenada to the Kingdom of Belgium, is leading the mission.
We conceptualize this program, which is an integrated program. It is not only agriculture, it is health, it is energy, it is water. You will find out. In line with the Sustainable Development Goals, Kenny is going to talk about this. But Beryl has given us the opportunity to fast forward. Beryl devastated Carriacou and Petit Martinique. So we are going to do now a project from the program to attack Carriacou as quickly as we could. But the program itself is for Grenada, the whole of Grenada. We had a very good session in St. Andrew, over 80-something people were present. We had another session on Friday in St. Patrick with some people from St. Mark. Again, it was engaging. What is the objective? The objective is to get from you. You are the experts, so that we can complete the project, so that we will get the funding. And you know the buzzwords: sustainability, renewable energy, circular economy, green, all these things, and you are in it. We want to change mindset.
He was speaking during a stock-taking exercise at the Koyaba Beach Resort on Monday, 9 September 2024. The project outlines to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals 17. Ambassador Kennedy Roberts, who is responsible for the Sustainable Development Goals, describes the project as one way the government is seeking to put programs in place for the long term.
This project is an opportunity to bring a lot of these goals within the context of agriculture, water, fisheries, but it will be intersectoral. But the approach in designing the project should not be someone sitting in a conference room by themselves or in their office, put together some numbers and say, let's look for funding. The funding agencies want to see a process where the people who are going to benefit are involved as early as possible. So at this design stage of the project, we have been meeting with the farmers, meeting with you today, to really hear from you. And as we record what we're doing, as we hear from you and we document it in the project proposal, it would strengthen the ability to get the funding. Because we are not looking for $100,000 or $1 million. We're looking at a bigger project that can really have a multi-year implementation phase, so that over a period of time, you can see in a substantial way what is happening.
The AmbiBrew program, Echo Parish's 1.0 project, aims to tackle access to affordable water and renewable energy, as well as innovative technological solutions on farms. The visit will conclude on 18th of September 2024. This is the GIS News. When we return, Grenadian student receives prestigious Fulbright scholarship.
The Ministry of Climate Resilience, the Environment and Renewable Energy, in collaboration with the NAP Global Network and the GCRUISE project, presents Everyone in Action for Climate Change Adaptation, a series of community meetings on climate change adaptation and resilience. Here are the dates to remember. Starting at 5 p.m., Monday 9th September, Mount Craven Community Center, St. Patrick. Wednesday 11th September, Granville Secondary School, St. Andrew. Thursday, 12th September, St. John Anglican School, Guave for St. John and St. Mark. Monday, 16th September, The Canal, St. David. Tuesday, 17th September, Boca Secondary School, St. George. And on Friday, 20th September at 10 a.m., we'll be in Carriacou at the Mermaid Hotel. Let's talk climate change. Let's talk adaptation. Let's talk resilience. See you there.
For climate change, what is Grenada going to experience? Going to experience water shortage. It's going to experience, particularly after storm hurricanes, the Nawasa system is going to break down, and you will need water in between. Rainwater harvesting could help. So rainwater harvesting is not only about getting water for drinking and for use. It is also about minimizing flooding and flood control.
Welcome back. Grenadian student Alanda Joseph is the recipient of the prestigious Fulbright Scholarship and has begun her 2-year master's degree in educational psychology and methodology at the State University of New York at Albany Graduate School. Joseph, who applied for the scholarship in 2023, was approved by the Fulbright Scholarship Board as one of 2 regional scholarship recipients for the academic year 2024 after completing the interview process. The Public Affairs section of the U.S. Embassy to Barbados, the Eastern Caribbean, and the OASIS administers the Fulbright Foreign Student Scholarship Program to citizens of the Eastern Caribbean who are desirous of pursuing graduate and postgraduate studies at accredited higher educational institutions in the United States. The program is funded by the U.S. Department of State and offers a full academic scholarship to the selected finalists. The Fulbright Foreign Student Program enables graduate students, young professionals, and artists from abroad to study and conduct research in the United States. The Fulbright Foreign Student Program operates in more than 160 countries worldwide. Approximately 4,000 foreign students receive Fulbright scholarships each year. Prior to her studies, Joseph was employed with the Ministry of Education for 13 years, having taught at the St. John's Christian Secondary School and Bonaire Government School. In the future, Joseph aspires to attain a doctoral degree in educational neuroscience or educational psychology. She intends to conduct research in cognitive development to assist struggling learners, as well as those with neurodevelopmental disorders such as autism, ADHD, dyslexia, and more. Chairman of the Grenada Transport Commission, Francis Paul, says they are not aware of any intention by the members of the National Bus Association to strike following a meeting held on Monday. A release that was circulating over the weekend claimed that bus operators will strike from Tuesday, September 10th. However, on Monday, September 9th, a statement was published saying that the contents of the initial release did not emanate from the executive. The second release stated, with reference to the statements being circulated on various social media platforms regarding strike action on Tuesday, September 10th, please be advised that no such statement originated from the National Bus Association. It added that bus operators will continue to work as normal. Paul said no conversation regarding strike action came up at the meeting held recently. He said the engagement addressed a letter that was sent to the Commission dated April 27th that outlined proposals to increase bus fares, the need for concessions, among others. At the end, it was agreed that the Commission will discuss the proposals with the Transport Minister and report to the Association in a matter of weeks.
The meeting was a very fruitful one. What was discussed was the proposals made by the NBA in a letter dated 27th April. Firstly, requesting a $1 increase in bus fares across all the zones, and concession including a cap on fuel prices, the removal of the concession for students, concession in terms of on the purchase of a vehicle for public transportation, amongst others. It was a very fruitful meeting. What was proposed from the GTC is that the GTC would make recommendations, send to the line minister, who is the Honorable Prime Minister. Cabinet submission would be made. Thereafter, conclusion, and we would come back and report to the members of the NBA and NTA within the next 3 weeks or so.
He said a task force will be established to address short-term and long-term proposals made to the Commission by the Association.
What was discussed is that, and recommended, accepted by the NBA and NTA, is that a task force would be set up, 3 members from the GTC, 3 members from the NBA and NTA. We would sit and discuss all the issues, and those that can be dealt with in the short term would be dealt with as quickly as possible, while the long-term solutions will be continued to be worked on by the GTC. So all in all, it was a very productive and successful meeting, and we look forward now to sitting down as GTC to make those recommendations to send to the line minister.
The Grenada Pesticides Control Board has recently reappointed for a new term following a brief period of inactivity. The board oversees the importation and use of pesticides in accordance with the Pesticide Control Act. It comprises representatives from the Ministry of Agriculture, including the Pest Management Officer, as well as representatives from the Ministry of Health, including the Chief Medical Officer, and 2 individuals appointed by the Minister of Agriculture. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Isaac Bagwan, acknowledges that the board has faced operational challenges in recent years and that the upcoming task will be significant. He highlights concerns relating to licensing, regulation, and public awareness. Bagwan emphasizes the need for increased focus on biological control as part of its regulatory responsibilities regarding pesticide issues.
What we need to do is to work hand in hand with those who import and distribute these chemicals. We are aware, Mr. Ramsey would have done a quick visit since he has been here to a number of these stores that import and sell this pesticide, and of course some observation that would have been made was the whole issue of repackaging and labeling. Yeah, sometimes we repackage and we don't have adequate labels and the product that we have repackaged, and this is important, you know, so that the farmers would know, and of course it have to be labeled appropriately, because these chemicals are in fact hazardous, and some of these chemicals do cause cancer, and so the consuming public or the farmers and whoever purchased it need to be able to know what the product is, what the content is, and what are the safety precautions, and also treatment that is required, because sometimes when you become exposed, by the time you seek medical help, you need to administer certain precautionary measures in this regard.
Efforts will be made to guide the Pesticide Board in developing regulations on the appropriate distribution of pesticides.
Because it's an open society, anyone, whether you're a farmer or any persons, would just go walk into the store and purchase these chemicals. We would have to probably move to the point where to regulate that if the persons who are importing and distributing, that they would have to see some kind of identification from the farmers. They probably would have to get something from the extension division to validate that indeed the persons are using it for the purpose intended, you know, because sometimes some farmers, they purchase some of these banned items, which some of them do slip through the system, and they use it probably because they have problem with dogs, and so, you know, just so indiscriminately and give it out. So we need to guard against these kind of things and make sure we have these kind of tight regulations and monitoring in place.
The Pesticides Control Board is usually appointed to serve a term of 2 years. This is the GIS News. When we return, we'll join Leslie and Johnson for sporting highlights.
Residents of Grenada, Carriacou and Petite Martinique, the Ministry of National Security, in collaboration with the Planning and Development Authority and the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency, CDEMA, is committed to building a safer and more resilient future for our communities. To strengthen our community's capacity for effective recovery and reconstruction, we invite you to a series of multi-stakeholder workshops aimed at enhancing local skills in constructing resilient infrastructure. Join Dr. Grenville Phillips, a renowned structural engineer, as he leads training sessions for artisans, contractors, government officials, and all those involved in the construction sector. Learn best practices in repairing and retrofitting roofs and be part of the movement to build back better. In Grenada, the sessions will begin on Monday, September 9th, 2024 at the Grenada Room Radisson Beach Resort in Grand Anse from 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. for government officials and private sector representatives, and from 1:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. for contractors, engineers, and artisans. In St. Patrick, on Tuesday, September 10th, 2024, we will be at the St. Patrick's Anglican School in Sauters from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. for contractors and artisans from St. Patrick and St. Mark. We will be in Carriacou on Wednesday, September 11th, 2024 at the Mermaid Hotel Conference Room from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. for government officials, homeowners, contractors, artisans, and all involved in the construction sector. On Thursday, September 12th, 2024, we will be at the Bogles Primary School from 1:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m., targeting homeowners, contractors, engineers, and artisans. Thursday, September 12th, 2024, we will be at the St. Thomas Aquinas Catholic School in Petite Martinique from 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m., targeting contractors, artisans, and those involved in construction. These workshops are vital in ensuring our reconstruction efforts are aligned with resilience and sustainability. Let us rebuild our communities stronger, safer, and better prepared for the future. Mark your calendars and be part of this important initiative. Together, we can build a stronger future.
Well, at this time of the year, we do expect rainfall events because we will be affected by systems such as tropical wave passing through. We will have the presence of the ITCZ in our area, and we might even have tropical cyclones, whether it's depression or storm. Okay? So what we would expect is we will have big rain events. Okay? No matter how dry or wet the season is, we are going to have big rain events. So therefore it is important for every household to have some bit of water stored, because these big rain events normally put us pressure on the water system. For example, we have landslides that will take away pipes. We may have heavy rainfall that would block the dams and so forth, and so your regular supply would be interrupted. So it is so important for every household to have the recommended 3 days storage of potable water in the household for such eventualities.
hurricane. Prepare for hurricane. Make sure you have your radio and your batteries too. Waterproof flashlight candles will do. Tin stuff, garbage bag, first aid kit. Come on people, make sure you have it. Clean water in a container and a hurricane plan. Hear me no man.
Hurricane damage is beyond your control. Surviving the aftermath is up to you. Have a hurricane plan. It can save your life and your family too.
Prepare for hurricane. Your hair, prepare for hurricane.
A strike from Lucas Atkins in the 51st minute gave Grenada its lone goal in its second match in the CONCACAF Nations League at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium on Monday night. However, it was not enough to save them from defeat against St. Lucia, which won the match 2-1. Grenada won its first match on Friday with a 2-0 victory against St. Martin. A decision has been taken to host the Ministry of Sports Blue Bubbles organized National Cross Country earlier this year to avoid interruptions caused by inclement weather in previous years. Albert Joseph, senior coach in the Ministry of Sports responsible for the National Cross Country, says the first of 3 preliminary races will be held on Saturday, September 14, 2024. The second preliminary will be held the following Saturday.
Second one will be at La Sagesse on the 21st. The third one will be at St. George's on the 28th. And the finals we have changed from the Gulf Coast and we'll be having it in Grenville. This one will start at Progress Park and go up and have a couple laps around Paul's Airport and then back to Progress Park. So that one will be on the 12th of October. So we hope to start on the 14th and finish the last of the 4 races on the 12th of October.
Coach Joseph explains how one can qualify to participate in the final competition.
3 preliminary races, of which any team wishing to participate in the finals must take part in 2, otherwise they will not be allowed to take part in the finals. They must be in at least 2 of the 3 preliminaries. So I'm stating it again, if they're not in at least 2 of the preliminaries, these teams will not be taking part in the finals.
He says registration for the preliminary round will be done in person on the day of competition. Buses will be provided to take participants to the races. All ages are welcomed to participate. Grenada's male national netball team left here today for St. Kitts to participate in the America's Male Netball Championship, which involves as many as 7 countries. Team Grenada placed 3rd in the last tournament in 2022, with Jamaica taking the first spot and St. Vincent and the Grenadines placing 2nd. It is a ranking tournament, and once Grenada makes it in the top 5, it automatically qualifies for the next scheduled CAC Games Championship in the Dominican Republic. And finally, in football, in GFA 1 division matches scheduled for this evening and tonight, Sunjets United will meet St. Andrews Football League SAFL at Cuthbert Peters Park from 6:30 p.m. Shantymel SC will face RGPF FC in Shantymel from 6:30 p.m. and North Stars will face St. David's FC in Rosehill at 7:30 p.m. That's the GIS Evening Sports. I'm Leslie Ann Johnson.
Thank you, Leslie Ann. I am Chris Ann Mitchell saying thank you very much for joining us.
The Ministry of Climate Resilience, the Environment and Renewable Energy, in collaboration with the NAP Global Network and the G-Cruise Project, presents Everyone in Action for Climate Change Adaptation. a series of community meetings on climate change adaptation and resilience. Here are the dates to remember. Starting at 5 p.m., Monday 9th September, Mount Craven Community Center, St. Patrick. Wednesday 11th September, Granville Secondary School, St. Andrew. Thursday 12th September, St. John Anglican School, Guave for St. John and St. Mark. Monday 16th September, The Canal, St. David. Tuesday 17th September, Boca Secondary School, St. George. And on Friday 20th September at 10 a.m., we'll be in Carriacou at the Mermaid Hotel. Let's talk climate change. Let's talk adaptation. Let's talk resilience. See you there.
Residents of Grenada, Carriacou and Petite Martinique, the Ministry of National Security, in collaboration with the Planning and Development Authority and the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency, CDEMA, is committed to building a safer and more resilient future for our communities. To strengthen our community's capacity for effective recovery and reconstruction, we invite you to a series of multi-stakeholder workshops aimed at enhancing local skills in constructing resilient infrastructure. Join Dr. Grenville Phillips, a renowned structural engineer, as he leads training sessions for artisans, contractors, government officials, and all those involved in the construction sector. Learn best practices in repairing and retrofitting roofs and be part of the movement to build back better. In Grenada, the sessions will begin on Monday, September 9th, 2024 at the Grenada Room Radisson Beach Resort in Grand Anse from 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. for government officials and private sector representatives, and from 1:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. for contractors, engineers, and artisans. In St. Patrick, on Tuesday, September 10th, 2024, we will be at the St. Patrick's Anglican School in Sauters from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. for contractors and artisans from St. Patrick and St. Mark. We will be in Carriacou on Wednesday, September 11th, 2024 at the Mermaid Hotel Conference Room from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. for government officials, homeowners, contractors, artisans, and all involved in the construction sector. On Thursday, September 12th, 2024, we will be at the Bogles Primary School from 1:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m, targeting homeowners, contractors, engineers, and artisans. Thursday, September 12th, 2024, we will be at the St. Thomas Aquinas Catholic School in Petite Martinique from 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m, targeting contractors, artisans, and those involved in construction. These workshops are vital in ensuring our reconstruction efforts are aligned with resilience and sustainability. Let us rebuild our communities stronger, safer, and better prepared for the future. Mark your calendars and be part of this important initiative. Together, we can build a stronger future.